Kuna hii watu wanasema one term, two term. Wewe una support wapi?
Me, I'm always on the one side, one term side. I'm always a one term person. Why one term? Why two term? You see, William Samoei Ruto was elected on promises. Yeah. He was elected on a platform. Yeah. Is actually a presidential candidate who actually came up with a people's-based manifesto. Yeah, he came up with the most transformative manifesto ever. Conversation has changed from transforming the lives of hustlers to do what? To making friendship within the political context with his then rivals during the pre-2022 election period. People are going through a lot of hell and miseries today in Kenya. So that is why we are firmly saying that Ruto must be a one-term president, unless he changes his way of managing this country. But so far we have witnessed a slipshod management of country from him, something which I don't think we are ready to tolerate for the next 5 years. Because if he's behaving this way and he is in his first term, of which he's going to come back to request for a fresh mandate.
Ujumbe wako kwa rais.
Mr. President, you are elected on a platform. You are elected on promises. You are the most appealing presidential candidate Kenyans have ever had. I just want to request you to sit down, reconnect with your thoughts, reconnect to your version before 2022 elections. Lead the country according to the dictates of the Constitution and actualize the agendas that you had to Kenyans during the 2022 campaign period. And Kenyans will not have problems with you. Even us who are now saying one term will just cross over to the side of two term, because after all, what we need is service delivery.
Do you think Raila will support Ruto 2027?
If Ruto will accept to give them the running mate, the deputy president, then I am not seeing anything that will deter the Raila Odinga from supporting William Ruto in 2027, because we have seen his body language and we have tried to read his psychology, and it is so much rich in terms of him supporting William Ruto in 2027.
Huyu ni brother Mande wakiwa hapa na
presenter Joel.
Tuko ndani ya
Toy Toy.
Toy Toy.
Toy Toy ni ya nini?
Toy Toy, the full meaning yake ni toilet.
Na mbona siki harufu?
Kaka vipi? Hapo hizi kasikia harufu hata kidogo, iko under treated vizuri na very clean kabisa.
Inatreatiwa na nini?
Kuna chemical tunaweka ndani, alafu inaoshwa na cleaniwa. Hiyo toilet hata ukuja ndani huwezi kasikia harufu hata kidogo. Sisi tuko karibu ndani ya choo.
Na tusikia harufu.
Mamkuli na tukule hapa baba.
Tunaweza letewa tu chakula tukule hapa my people, yani kitu clean safi.
Kaka inamaanisha vipi?
Nini hiyo?
Hicho unaweza weka kwa nyumba.
Hicho
ni kama ile ya nyumba.
Hicho
inaweza uletewa kila mahali ambao unataka.
Kila mahali Kenya hata nzima. Ukiwa Nairobi, ukiwa Nakuru,
hata ukiwa Eldoret,
kila mahali. For more information,
piga hii namba hapa hivi 07
21
10
47
90,
ama unaweza tupata kwa 07
20
10
47
alafu mwisho ni 90. So my people, wacha tuonyeshe ndani ya Toy yani toilet. Mambo vipi?
Poa sana.
Kwa majina?
Kwa majina, I am Lawrence Omondi Otieno. I am one of the youth activists in this country, and I am also a politician. Yeah, I'm planning to vie in 2027 somewhere called West Ugenya Ward.
Somewhere?
I am going to aspire for the position of MCA for West Ugenya Ward.
Okay.
Yeah, in Siaya County.
Siaya County.
Yeah.
Siaya County, mcheze kama nyinyi. Asili yako ni ipi?
Today I am into NGOs. Yeah, I'm working with a certain NGO. Yeah. So that is where I'm hustling.
Nini kilikuinspired ukaanza kuwork na NGOs?
I'm a social scientist by profession. Yeah. My professional training is within that space. So that is why I am currently working in the NGO, And what inspired me maybe into this space is my enthusiasm, my passion for the human welfare. And also I wanted a professional training which could actually enable me to, you know, interact with a human one-on-one, and also that can enable me to, you know, streamline people's based leadership. Yeah, that is why I actually ventured into that profession.
Very interesting. Kuna challenge pale ama hamna?
In my workspace? Yeah, there are, but we are coping up with them amicably. There must. There are always challenges in workplaces, and it is now upon you to be creative enough to craft solutions to the problems. And you see, as a social scientist, I am a problem solver. Yeah, and anytime problems comes on my way, I know how to tackle them. Yeah. Yeah.
If kuna mtu tu anataka kujoin NGOs, ajipange kudeal na kitu kama gani? Problems, lazima kuko na problems.
Yeah.
Qualifications.
You know, NGO is a diverse space. Yeah, it is a diverse space which accommodates different professions. It accommodates different professionals, and you can even join even if you don't have a professional training within that line, but still passion can drive you to that space. But basically what you need to have, just have a passion for humanitarianism, and also be somebody who is a problem solver, and who is very passionate about turning around the welfares of humankind. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Challenges zenye unapitia kwa hii serikali kama wewe mtu ya NGO ni kama gani?
You see, this government, since the youth uprising, since the Gen Z-led demonstrations, of course, that one has actually scared away many donors, and many donors have also flagged Kenya as a insecurity-prone area. And you see, NGOs basically they operate on donations. Okay, they operate on donations, and when donors are not willing to inject their money into that space, definitely NGOs will actually be struggling, because those are the funds which we basically depend on for the smooth running of our operations. And since the youth uprising, since the demonstrations, from the finance bill to the killing of heinous killing of Ojwang, and so many things, that so many humanitarianism that subsequently followed, Kenya has been so much insecure, and it has been very hostile for donors, and it has actually scared away donors, and the field, that area, the area of NGOs is a bit struggling. You can even remember of course there was also this phenomenon of coronavirus, which also brought a lot of challenges, and that field was almost coming into a shutdown. Yeah, so again, with the coming of the Gen Z, now it has just deteriorated things for the NGOs.
Sasa, what is the full meaning of NGO?
NGO is a non-governmental organization. Non-governmental organizations. Yeah.
Very nice. Kuna hii watu wanasema one term, two term. Wewe una support wapi?
Me, I'm always on the one side, one term side. I'm always a one term person. Why one term? Why two term? If not one term, then why two term? Why two term? So why one term? That is a very good question, my good friend Joel. You see, William Samoei Ruto was elected on promises. He was elected on a platform. Is actually a presidential candidate who actually came up with a people's-based manifesto. Yeah, he came up with the most transformative manifesto ever since we started holding elections in Kenya, since independence. Yeah, he's the only presidential candidate who came up with a very appealing agendas and policies, which was intended at turning around the lives of common mwananchi. And he came with this narrative of hustler, and definitely what he meant is that when he get elected, he was going to uplift those people who are at the bottom line of our economic pyramid to some levels of that economic pyramid. But the question that now we need to ask ourselves is that, has that one happened? Has it happened? No, it hasn't. Instead, things has even deteriorated. Things has worsened. So William Ruto immediately got elected by those people who elected him, which I don't happen to be one. He ditched, he dumped that trajectory of turning around, of transforming the lives of the common mwananchi, those mwananchi who are at the bottom of the economic pyramid, those people who are struggling in life, to now pursuing his own interest and interest of his associates and allies. And he also, he even further, went and started closing ranks, with his political rivals. So that is what we have seen. So the conversation has changed from transforming the lives of hustlers to do what? To making friendship within the political context with his then rivals during the pre-2022 election period. Yeah.
So hiyo ndio inafanya useme one term.
So hiyo ndio, that is what is actually making me to firmly say that Ruto must be a one-term president. And you see, Joel, another thing is that, when people hear us, say one term, they think that we say one term for comical reasons. They think that we are saying one term for razzle-dazzles, to create razzmatazz, to create, dramas, to create scenes. What they don't know is that we are saying one term with a very paining heart, with broken souls, and with a lot of disappointments. For me, I am a disgruntled Kenyan, because even if I did not vote for William Ruto, but is the one who is now controlling the resources of the country, and Kenyans have given him enough resources to turn around, to transform, to game change things for Kenyans. You understand? To restore glory in every sector of our economy. Yes, I know that he inherited a number of problems, when he was taking over from the last administration. But we expect him to come with radical solutions to this problem, so that at least he can make things a little bit bearable for the common mwananchi who are struggling with life and who are struggling to at least make ends meet, So because the biggest population in this country is are hustlers. Those are the people who makes the biggest in terms of population of this country, and those are the people whom also voted for him in large numbers, with the hope that upon assuming the office, he was now going to do what? To at least transform things for them, to at least make things a little bit bearable for them, with their small businesses, with their small hustles. Even myself, in the people in my demography, the youths, had a lot of expectations from the president, that the president was going to create job opportunities. And for those who are not going to be absorbed into job spaces, he was going to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive. But what has he done instead? He has now come up. His administration has actually come up with very adverse fiscal policies, which has now crippled the businesses, which has just disabled the environment for businesses to thrive. And a lot of businesses have actually closed, and people are actually going a lot of hell. People are going through a lot of hell and miseries today in Kenya. So that is why we are firmly saying that Ruto must be a one-term president, unless he changes his way of managing this country. But so far we have witnessed a slipshod management of country from him, something which I don't know, I don't think we are ready to tolerate for the next 5 years. Because if he's behaving this way and he is in his first term, of which he's going to come back to request for a fresh mandate. So what if he will not be he will not be coming back to request for any mandate from Kenyans? How will he be ruling us? How will he be managing this country? So you can actually see how things are going to be. He has actually given us a picture. He has actually given us a picture of how his second term would look like. Yeah. So that is why we are trying to caution Kenyans to be very careful, not to fall for his tricks, not to fall for his political chicaneries again, which will subsequently lead us into problems worse, but now worse than what we are experiencing today. Yeah.
Do you think itakuwa rahisi kuiba kura 2027?
Yes. Yeah, yes. It is possible. It is possible to rig the elections of 2027. Just the way it has been possible to rig the previous ones. Because why would the one of 2027 be impossible? Because what we need, what safeguards has been put in place that were never there in those previous years. There is no safeguards. There are no tough maybe policies which has been put in place that can actually prevent elections from being rigged. Elections can still be manipulated, just the way they had been manipulated in those previous elections, and it is possible. Yeah, it is possible because Kenyans have also, people have raised concerns, and people have raised worries, even with the new chairman of IBC, Mr. Ethekon, who was the first attorney of Turkana County. And who is the controller of State House today? Of course, it's the former Turkana governor, and this one was his employee. So definitely, your guess is as good as mine. So it is possible to rig even that elections of 2027. Yeah, just the way they have rigged the previous ones. Because I'm not seeing any safeguard which has actually been put in place, maybe to deter that one from happening.
Yeah. Ujumbe wako kwa rais?
Ujumbe wangu kwa rais itakuwa very simple sana. I will tell the president this one. Mr. President, you are elected on a platform. You are elected on promises. You are the most appealing presidential candidate Kenyans have ever had. I just want to request you to sit down, reconnect with your thoughts, reconnect to your version before 2022 elections. Just revisit your promises to Kenyans pre-2022 elections, and make sure that you implement, you actualize those promises to the latter. You implement your agendas to the last detail, and also ensure that you manage the country within the confines of law, because Kenya is a country of rule of law, and we cannot be ruled like a banana republic. We cannot be ruled with a lot of tyranny and with a lot of aristocracy. We must be ruled within the law, and we must be ruled democratically. But we are not supposed to be ruled. I think the word rule is very serious. We should be led. Yeah, lead the country within the confines of law. Lead the country according to the dictates of the Constitution, and actualize the agendas that you had to Kenyans during the 2022 campaign period. And Kenyans will not have problems with you. Even us who are now saying one term will just cross over to the side of two term, because after all, what we need is service delivery. Yeah, that is what we need.
Sawa sawa. Because of time, wacha tukate into short, eh? Do you think Raila will support Ruto 2027?
It depends. Yeah, it depends. You see, Raila is a very smart politician, and is also very opportunistic. Since he may not run again in 2027, it will depend on the options that Ruto will give him. It is possible for him to support Ruto. Even today, things are so much rich in terms of Raila supporting William Ruto. We have seen many leaders, even from Nyanza, of course, trying to prognosticate the possibility of that. They are trying to signal that they may enter into a formal political coalition with UDA, and that one can of course lead to Raila supporting William Ruto in 2027, of which I know that ODM being one of the biggest, but of course the biggest political party so far in Kenya, if Ruto will accept to give them the running mate, the deputy president, then I am not seeing anything that will deter Raila Odinga from supporting William Ruto in 2027, because we have seen his body language, and we have tried to read his psychology, and it is so much rich in terms of him supporting William Ruto in 2027. Yeah.
Ujumbe wako kwa Kenya ambao wanakutazama wakati huu ni upi?
Fellow Kenyans, my message to you is very simple. Let us, for those of us who has not registered as voters, let us register as voters in large number, because that is the only sophisticated weapon that we can use to fight bad governance in the country. It never matters, how loud we shout, how much we say one term. If we are going to say one term and we are not armed with voting cards, we are not armed with our IDs, then that is just going but an elusive. It is just going to be in vain. It is not going to materialize into anything good. So what is important is that we register as voters and make sure that on the 8th day of 2027, on the 8th day of August 2027, we turn up in large numbers very early in the morning and vote this government out and bring in a new government that is people's based, that are ready to transform the lives of Kenyans, and that are ready to steer this country to the rightful direction.
Thank you so much. What is your message to the county government of Nakuru?
County government of Nakuru, I don't think I have any message to the county government. Maybe I would have a message to the county government of Siaya, but
tell them something.
To my county government of Siaya, led by Senior Counsel James Orengo. My governor, I want to say that Siaya has lagged behind in terms of development, and many people have actually mocked us. Many people have actually laughed at us that we, being the county that actually gave birth to the second Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya and to the first Vice President of the Republic of Kenya, we are still underdeveloped up to date. I want to tell my governor that he should step up. He should make sure that he runs Siaya County into success, and that he tries, to transform the developmental status of Siaya County, and that it tries to affect positively the status quo of Siaya County, and I think we shall be somewhere in terms of development, and we shall catch up with this with most of these counties. But so far so good. I can say that I'm seeing good job being done by the governor. He's doing good job so far so good, and he should just continue on that trajectory until we catch up with these other counties which are so much advanced in terms of development, so that these mockeries, these laughters that are being we are being subjected to can come to end. So that will be just be my message to the people of Siaya and to the people of West Ugenya, where I'm actually planning to run as the MCA. I am coming. I know that the politics of Kenya is very expensive, and it has been commercialized by these money bags. And that is what has actually made us to languish in poverty, because we go for money, we go for handouts, we don't go for leadership. I want to say that this in 2027 you have the best opportunity to choose between a perfidious leader and a people's best leader. And here I present myself not as a Gen Z, but as a leader who have the heart and who have that urge to serve, and to serve with dignity, to serve with honesty, and to steer that award into prosperity. So 2027, I want to appeal to you to throw your political weights behind my beat, and I know we shall be able to take that word to where it's supposed to be development-wise.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. Tukutane to the next episode. Bye bye.